Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you what I've been up to. Been having a bit of a play, as you can see. I've got a pile here of scrapbook pages, 12 by 12s, unloved, and I've sort of revamped them so that I can use them in journals. This is the first one I did. It's quite busy, as you can see. A bit of a collection of lots of different elements and some few ladies. A lot of glue book images of Tina's from Shabbydabbydodah. But I think it's come together really nice, and I think really it'll lend itself to quite a few little pieces, a few tags and a few corner spots, maybe a couple of clusters. So that's the first one I did. I'm just going to go through quickly like these few that I've done for you. This one is a different sort of version with a few bits of stenciling that we've done and a few like stamps, but I'm not sort of very good at the whole mixed media thing at the moment. You know, I'm more sort of more taggy and doing these little sort of collages, but I'm getting there. And I think, like, you know, it's all a learning curve really, isn't it? You know, what we can do and what we can play with. But this one I'll probably have to cut around the images and use specific shapes that they are, you know, they've formed, if you know what I mean. This sort of, you know, I can't really chop into the girls and the ladies. It's not, you know, it wouldn't be right. And this one can be like a big cluster, and maybe this one down here I can use something for, like a journal card or something. But that's that one. This one was a bit more boring in my eyes. Gessoed up again, but I didn't do any stenciling on it. I meant to, and when I actually got round to sticking the images on, I thought, oh, I wanted to do some stenciling on it or something, but it doesn't really matter because I can cut it down. If, you know, if I end up just chopping and losing some of these spaces that aren't really used up, it doesn't matter, because I've used an old 12 by 12, as you can see. That wouldn't really be using any otherwise. It would just be hanging around, sitting around doing nothing. So it's come in use really. This one is a nice transport themed one with the bus tickets going on and the map pages and things like that. These aeroplanes and the train, they were die cuts, decoupage die cuts from card making. These are postcards, but I've cut them, you know, torn them round. They were actually straight sides. But yeah, that's another one. So this one, once this is chopped up, I will be using this in a steampunk journal. But when I come to do this one, I'll be adding a few steampunky things, like, you know, some cogs and some clocks and things like that, maybe a bit of metal work. But that's something I've got to sort of get my head around. You know, it's a newish thing. This one's a nice gardening theme. Same idea again. I used an actual element to work on, so it's predicting each sort of area. I might be able to get a belly band down the middle, but yeah, that's another lovely one I enjoyed. The thing is, I don't really want to cut them up. That's the only problem now. This one's a bit more easy to lend to, I think. This will adapt in many ways. I'll be able to chop this one up into quite a few pieces because there's not really big elements to work around. So that's a nice easy one. So I'll probably work on that one next. This is what I've actually done today. I've put them on here so that you can see where I've actually chopped them. You can see the images that match, you know, where they've matched up. And it's just to give you an idea how you can sort of progress, you know, from it being a 12 by 12 piece, and then chop them all up into elements. This one I haven't done. I haven't done anything to that one. I will come back to that one and finish him off. But all the others, you know, I can use this as a little tuck spot pocket for a tag. This can be a journal card, clip it onto a page, because, you know, I've put the dangly on and a 3D flower, so it won't be able to be a tuck-in card, if you know what I mean. This can be a nice pocket. Got a couple of tags here going on, but I'll probably end up having these as like either dangly tags on the top of the page, because they've got the 3D flowers. That's a resin flower, that one. I didn't think it'd stick, but it's stuck on rock solid, so I'm quite impressed with that. And then the same with these, a couple of belly bands, and a couple more. That one I'll probably do as a belly band, but maybe cut him down, and this one can be another tuck spot. But what I've actually pulled out is some different bits and bobs to actually go on these, because I've got my tub here of what I call me lacy bits and me flowers and me bling, you know, to add extras onto the bits that we've cut from the Masterboards. Lace, you know, these laces are lovely because they're not too wide, so you can get away with using a bit of them, you know, a fair bit of them, a couple of pieces, maybe on the belly bands and stuff. Only £8 off Amazon, so that was a good idea. What I might do is use some danglies or some paperclip ideas instead. If I've got any little strips, maybe do a couple of little paper clips. But that's what I'm going to do with one of those sheets in a minute. The other idea I wanted to come to you with was using old die cuts. I've got these die cut pieces that I've chopped that I was playing with. I bought a die cut machine, a big shot, 2 years ago, with the intention of getting back into my card making. Never got round to it. I couldn't sort of get me mojo, you know. I was like, I can't really feel this anymore. When the kids were little, I used to do a lot of scrapbooking, but we haven't been doing a lot, have we? So nothing's been happening, so we can't do nice scrapbook albums. So what I'm going to do is use these little elements I've been cutting out of scrapbook pieces. I think these were like cardstock scrap pads to go. They're only like little things, about this big. I think they were K & Company, but lovely paper, you know, to work with. And I've popped them through the die cut machine, and I've used this stuff, die cut. It helps you to remove your dies from your card easily. And what you're left with in between, which I thought is great, are these, because this is obviously on the reverse of your paper, and then your die would be there, and then it peels off because it's like almost non-stick. Peels off, and then you pull it apart. You do have to pull it apart gently to get that off intact, but that's ideal to use. That's another thing I can pick out. Got some Tim Holtz wildflowers as well I'm gonna maybe use, maybe some of these as well. And I've also got some little fairies as well, because they're small enough to go onto cards, tags, you know, journal spots. So I'm going to be using all those. But these are a couple of die cut, couple of scrapbook pages, you know, that we don't really want to use in junk journals. You know, they're a bit on the bright side. They're alright. They were, you know, back in the day, 15 years ago, 15, 20 years ago even, they were the thing, and this is what we used, you know, for our scrapbooks. But I will, now I've used all my pages that I've actually used up, I will book page these up or collage them up with something, either book page or music sheet or just even a mixture of maps and book pages and stuff, and then come and do some more. But in the meantime, I do want to use up what I've already made, so I'm going to come back to you later with another video, maybe finish this one off, and also we'll chop into this and we'll see what we can do, we'll see what we can add to make it a bit different. Anyway guys, stay safe in the meantime. Hope everyone's going to be keeping safe and well over the next couple of weeks until we can get back out and start living again. But in the meantime, I'm going to stick to this. Bye bye guys, take care.